Oh my god. Hello, welcome back to the channel, and I just watched The Penguin. So yes, I just watched the last episode of the Penguin series on HBO Max, or Max, whatever the fuck you want to call it. It's the same shit. I want to make one thing clear. This is not a spoiler discussion, so if you think I'm gonna spoil anything in this video, don't worry, I'm not gonna talk about any big details or whatever, so you don't have to worry about that. This is more of a simple discussion on my thoughts on the show overall, and my thoughts overall on the last episode of the show. So this is the spin-off series of The Penguin, based on the recent Robert Pattinson Batman movie, The Batman, where we follow Oswald Cobblepot, all his nasty businesses in the world of crime in Gotham City. So overall thoughts on the show, I thought it was amazing. I think overall it's a really damn good show. I do have some complaints in some of the later episodes, and what I mean by that, I'm talking about some small problems I have with the second to last episode, but I'll get to that in a bit. Overall, I thought the show was amazing. I loved every single part of it. It was amazingly acted, amazingly written, beautiful cinematography, beautiful directing. It is just the perfect package on anything you could ask from an HBO show. If I had to name one problem with the show, it's again by the second to last episode. They do something with a character where you were expecting something and then it turns out to be something else, and that was kind of underwhelming for me personally. I thought that this character had a lot more potential. I thought they could use him a little bit more here and even in the final episode. Whatever, it's like a little tiny thing that, yes, does it bother me a little, but does it really ruin the entire show? Not really. It's just a personal thing because the actor is so good that I wish that they utilized him a little bit better, and the fact that they do nothing more with that character did upset me a little bit, but aside from that, I thought everything was amazing. Okay, now that we got all that out of the way, let me talk about the final episode. This was a great final episode. I really loved this episode. It's a good ending to the show. I know this show's not gonna get a second season. This is only an appetizer, a really small appetizer, just to keep us waiting for the Batman Part 2. I've always said that this show is probably not gonna be like a whole grand series with like multi-seasons or whatever. This is probably gonna be a one-off thing, again, just to fill a little bit of a gap between the first Batman and the second Batman movie with Robert Pattinson, which to me, that's completely fine. I don't have an issue with that. But boy, when the writers said that they would be surprised if anybody would like Oz by the end of this show, they were right about that, because Oz, by these final episodes, does some despicable shit. Especially in the last episode, he does one thing that I was like, are you fucking kidding me? I was livid by that shit. Fuck, dude. First of all, let me explain. Yes, I do think this is a great final episode. I love the episode overall. Man, I was ready to give this a 10 out of 10. Boy, the 10, it was ready. I was ready to put it on. And then Oz does that one little thing near the end, and I was like, fuck you! I was livid. I was pissed off. I'm still pissed. You can probably tell. I am mad as fuck right now. This is me right after watching the ending. Bitch, my blood is boiling. Seriously, if by the end of this you still like the Penguin Oz, but you got some fucking problems, because by the end I really despise this character. I really hated his fucking guts. I really did not want his ass to win. I'll say this. Sophia Falcone, amazing character, love her. I kind of have a crush on the actress, but that's besides the point. Amazing character, I love her. But again, she's like also part of this crime world, okay? So she's not that much of an innocent character either. By those last few episodes, I was like, you know what? You go, girl. You need to go kill his ass, because Oz really does some shit that I'm like, how the fuck has his ass not been killed by this point? It shocked me. He does so many things to so many people. How are you still alive? How are people not fucking going after this dude? But that's because that's the great thing about that character. He's a great manipulator. Oh, and that's fuck it. Again, I'm not spoiling anything. Now, one thing you're gonna probably say is that, Diego, you're practically spoiling that the Penguin makes it out of this show. Really? Really? Is that really a spoiler? Yeah, the Penguin is going to die in his own show. I mean, I guess it does happen in a few other shows and other media. I get it. It's the fucking Penguin. It's obvious that this character is going to live throughout his own show and be part of the Batman 2. Bitch, even Colin Farrell pretty much confirmed that his character is in the Batman Part 2. If you really think this is a spoiler that Oz lives by the end of his own show, boy, I don't know what to tell you. I think you might just be stupid. But it's those things that he does by those last few episodes. Again, specifically the final episode, where I was hanging on to this idea that, man, yes, Oz is shitty. He is a manipulator, but deep down, I know he has a good heart. I know that deep down he kinda is somewhat sort of not a good person, but that he has a heart of gold to a certain extent. Bitch, I retract every single one of those things that I just said. I need his ass dead by the Batman 2. I need him dead. I need Batman to beat the ever living shit out of him. I don't need Batman to kill him because you know that no kill code. But if somebody else can come in and kill his ass, I would not be against it. I'll be like, you know what, good. Fuck his ass, because Oz, man, fuck Oz! I've been drinking a little bit, not too much, but I'm just fucking letting all my emotions out right now. People, you gotta understand, I just came out of watching the last episode. I just got out of the couch to come record this because I just watched the final episode. Bitch, I am in a really emotional spot right now. I'm vulnerable right now. But again, overall, is it a great show? Absolutely. It's a show that I will absolutely recommend. Again, it has great cinematography, great acting, great writing. It's overall an amazing show, and a show of amazing quality from beginning to end. Again, it has that one little problem I have with the second episode, that it goes a little bit too fast and they do waste a character. At the end of the day, it doesn't ruin the entire show. It was just the one episode that was a little bit iffy on its pacing and, again, what they did with a certain character. But again, aside from that, really love the show. And by the end of the show, they do seem to set up a few things for the future that I'm like, this could come back later in the Batman Part 2. We'll have to wait for that, of course. Also, a lot of people are questioning why Batman has not interfered in any of this, because yes, Batman is not present in any single bit of this show. At the same time, I have no issue with it, but the explanation that they gave for it is, it's not the best. Like, they pretty much say that Batman has been kind of gone for a while, so I don't know, he might be doing something, doing taxes, maybe, I don't know. Ultimately, my rating for the Penguin is going to be a 9 out of 10. But still, absolutely love the show. I recommend it. The show has a vibe very similar to The Sopranos. Not the same as The Sopranos, but it has a similar vibe to it. So if you're a fan of a show like The Sopranos, I think you're gonna have a good time with this. But man, I'm still so fucking mad at Oz. I can't wait for the downfall of this character, and I hope that we see the downfall to that character because I need him dead. But anyways, what do you think of the Penguin on Max? Did you love it? Did you hate it? Or are you just kind of in the middle? Let me know down in the comments. I really want to know what you guys think about it. And like always, good day, good night, and stay safe. Boy, I'm still very mad about that one thing in the ending. God, you fuck.